Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping right into the often intense world of New York City politics. Specifically, we're looking at the race for mayor, focusing on the Democratic nominee, Zoran Mamdani. We've gathered a bunch of recent news clips, articles, quotes, the whole thing, and our goal here is really to sift through it all. Understand the key players, what they stand for, and some pretty surprising twists, endorsements, challenges. It's quite a mix. We've got local endorsement shaking things up, some federal level challenges popping up, and this core debate about just how affordable New York City actually is. Okay, so let's unpack this. A major development from Mamdani recently. What's the big news that's really stirring the pot?
Well, the biggest thing, and it really jumped out, is this major endorsement Mamdani just got. It's from the United Federation of Teachers, the UFT.
Oh, wow. The UFT, that's huge, right?
Absolutely huge. Not just any union. The city's second largest. We're talking 200,000 members. Teachers, obviously, but other education staff, too.
200,000. Okay.
And what's really key here is that the UFT hadn't backed anyone in the primary before this. Their delegate assembly actually voted for Mamdani. They see him as the best bet to push their agenda.
Which includes?
Better pay for teachers, for one, and also fighting back against potential federal cuts, specifically ones linked to President Trump.
Right, that makes sense. And that connects pretty directly to Mamdani himself, doesn't it? I mean, his background and platform.
Exactly. He's talked about going to NYC public schools himself, and a major theme for him is making the city affordable for families. So, yeah, it lines up perfectly with what the union is focused on.
So it's not just the numbers, it's the narrative alignment, too.
Precisely. It's a strategic boost, connecting him with a really vital group in the city.
Okay, so he's got this powerful union backing now, but he's also not holding back on challenging the current mayor, Eric Adams. He seems really focused on the cost of living issue. What's his main line of attack there?
Yeah, he's being very direct. He says basically that everywhere he goes, he hears New Yorkers saying they can't afford their rent or they can't afford their Con Edison bill, the electric bill. Even the MetroCard fare is too much.
Hitting those everyday pain points.
Exactly. Things people feel directly.
And he's using specific data, too, not just anecdotes.
Right. He's pointing fingers directly at Adams's record. He stated that Adams raised the rent by 9% over the first years of his mayoralty, and then apparently increased it again after that.
Oof, a 9% increase.
Yeah, he's trying to make that direct link. Adams's policies equal higher costs for residents.
And Mamdani's argument is that Adams and others he mentioned, like Andrew Cuomo, they're trying to change the subject.
Pretty much. He suggests they'd rather focus on anything but their record in delivering this unaffordable city. His example was they'd rather talk about SAT scores than those rent hikes.
So framing it as a distraction from the core issue of affordability.
Exactly. He wants to be seen as the one focused on your wallet, on the real daily struggle.
Okay, so we have the local dynamics, the union support, the clash over affordability. But then things take a turn, right? A national figure gets involved, President Trump. How does he fit into a New York City mayoral race?
Yeah, this is definitely unusual. President Trump has come out really strongly against Mamdani, very publicly. He's actually threatened to take over New York City if Mamdani is elected mayor.
Take over the city, seriously.
That's the quote. He's called Mamdani a communist, said if Mamdani runs the city, it will never be the same. Strong language.
And I heard those threats might have gotten even more personal.
They did, apparently.
Yeah.
The reporting says Trump has also threatened in recent days to arrest and deport Mamdani.
Arrest and deport him?
Yes, specifically if he gets in the way of IC operations in the city. IC being Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Oh, wait, isn't Mamdani?
That's the other layer here. The source material notes Mamdani became a naturalized U.S. citizen back in, a while ago.
Right. So threatening deportation against a citizen, that raises some serious questions.
It certainly adds a whole other dimension to the conflict.
So how has the Mamdani campaign responded to all of this? These are pretty extraordinary statements from a president.
They put out a statement. It's quite defiant. It says, in part, that Donald Trump has once again chosen to treat democracy like a suggestion, and that he's insulting the more than 500,000 New Yorkers who voted for Zoran Mamdani's leadership and a city they can afford.
So framing it as an attack not just on Mamdani, but on the voters and democracy itself.
That's the angle, yeah, pushing back firmly.
Wow. Okay, so just to recap, we've got this powerful union endorsement boosted Mamdani, a really sharp debate playing out over the cost of living in the city, something clearly hitting a nerve, and then these unprecedented federal threats kind of hanging over the whole thing. It's a lot playing out in one local election.
It really is. This deep dive, I think, shows just how connected everything can get. Local city issues like rent and union contracts. Suddenly they're tangled up with national politics, big personalities, even fundamental questions about the democratic process itself. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does this signal for how cities will be governed going forward, especially when everything feels so polarized? What happens when local races become these national ideological battlegrounds?